Okay. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ah! I mean, I mean, you know me and my 3 chins have to do this now. You best believe I've been
I can't afford to lose me again. 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 Can't afford to lose me again. I can't afford to lose me again. I can't afford to lose me again. I can't afford to lose me again.
Because I love myself, it's time to take care of my body.
I remember when I took this video, I thought, a year from now, I'm going to be so different.
I said I'm really invincible. It's 100 niggas in the spot. I won't keep going. It's 85.
Earlier this year I posted a before and after video of me at my heaviest after a 14-month bulk, and then me 14 kilos lighter after a 5-month cut. And while the overwhelming response was positive and encouraging, it was also probably reasonably met with a whole lot of skepticism over the time frame, with a bunch of people even deciding that it wasn't even me in both videos, and a bunch of others offering up the highest compliment a dude can give another dude. I'm not a bodybuilder, but for anyone who's ever paid attention to bodybuilding for longer than 5 minutes, they'd know that a 5-month cut is very standard for dropping that kind of weight, and that my results at the end were nothing special really for that process involved. But anyway, here's my peak fat form, dated 30th of September 2021, about a week before I started cutting, with my weight a week later at about 92 kilos or 200 pounds. Then when a few friends and I decided to go get some DEXA scans out of curiosity, showing that I was about 91 kilos that day at the start of October. Then fast forward 5 months to March, and here's some videos doing some sick neck exercises, working on my impossible dip, and my friend Alex looking sharp as usual at a music festival. And here's some pre-cut videos dated at the start of October, rocking that bloat aesthetic, and some of the after footage in April, which was about 5 or 6 weeks after I'd finished dropping to 78 kilos and I'd gotten myself a haircut, as well as the post-DEXA that I got showing me around 78 kilos. Some people were saying that calling it a transformation was misleading because that I was fit before I cut, or because I was fit even before I bulked. And while I was fit before the 14 months of weight gaining, I was fit from competing in MMA for years, at which time I was sitting at about 68 kilos because I'd weigh in for fights at bantamweight, which is 62 kilos. So I was actually 10 kilos of muscle lighter than I weighed in the post-cut videos, with a majority of that 10 kilos of muscle having been put on in that 14-month bulk period. But if the term transformation still sounds inaccurate when talking about dropping 14 kilos of body weight, I guess you can take that up with the dictionary. And for those who might be interested in both the bulking and cutting process and calisthenics training in general, you'll find much more detailed info on my profile and YouTube and in my online workout nutrition programs on my website.
I grew up on a tiny island with 20,000 people, and on this island we have a lot of strange traditions. One of those strange traditions is called a blackening. Blackening is something that happens to a bride and groom a few weeks normally before their wedding, but it happens separately. They don't do this together. So as I said, a few weeks before the wedding, the bride's closest friends and family and the groom's closest friends and family will show up and surprise the bride or surprise the groom in the morning. They have absolutely no idea when it's going to be. They will show up at their house or their work in like a big open back truck that they all sit in, and the friends and family will cover the bride or groom in muck and feathers. I can't remember what the actual main thing that they throw on them is. I'm going to put it on the screen because I can't remember. But it's not just the bride and groom, like they are all covered in this. They are all minging. So once everyone is on this truck, they set off. There is singing, there's drinking. Mainly it's like chanting though. They're making drums, they're it's very loud. They do laps and laps of Kirkwall, which is the main town in Orkney, for hours and hours and hours and hours. You can hear them coming like a mile away. And that's not it. There's more. So once they've driven about Kirkwall, it's time for the bride or the groom, along with I believe the maid of honour and the best man, to get tied up. They will get tied up either on one of the roundabouts in Kirkwall, like in the middle, tied up with cling film, or they get tied up on this cross that is outside the cathedral for God knows how long. Oh, and you thought that was it. No, there's more. So once the bride and groom and the maid of honour and the best man have been picked up, they will then go out to a beach. It's usually Scapa Beach, or they just go to a pier, one of the ones in Kirkwall, and they jump in the sea. This is also when they get all their photos and everything like that. And that is it. That is what an Orkney blackening is. There are a bunch more weird traditions, so let me know if you want a part 3. Love you. See you later. I got deported.
a piece of advice. Don't let 1 year from now you wish that you started a year ago. Start now.
Something like Mike.
How does this?
I'll make a cup of coffee for your head. I'll get you up and going out of bed.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation.
I can't afford to lose me again. I can't afford to lose me again. I can't